Alright guys, welcome to another RageTV moment. It's going to be here with Ragey Poo, and I'm going to be bringing you more Marine Arena Masters EU Edition right here on RageTV. Here we go. It looks like in bottom left hand side we're going to have iiDesire with Ronin. Top left is going to be MILIONERA with Amihalkov. Top right is going to be Pigna with Akira, and bottom right it's going to be Salmon with iiDesire? iiDesire. I'm not sure if that's a Tala. Kind of looks like a big middle finger. I'm not sure what that is. And now that we're not in Skype, I can actually reduce the sounds because those sounds are going to get really loud real quick. Let me know if they're too loud in the Twitch.tv stream, and I can try to reduce them as much as possible. And it looks like there's going to be some aggression already coming out from bottom right side, from bottom left. Even top left coming in, pushing hard in the middle. Could see a nice surround coming out from Ronin, but no. In fact, Zerglings are really popular right now, it seems. Not quite as much as everybody going for Marauders, so that's awesome. We're not going to see so many Marauders this game. And as we've seen before, I like the mix-up. The Temple's very, very interesting, as Temples can be very effective against Marauders and Zerglings early on. But later on, against the Marauders, they don't really hold up very well. So we'll see how that happens. And yes, there is a lot of slowdown going on right now. And it looks like the players have elected to go with that 1200 supply, and that could be the issue. 1200 supply might be an issue. I'm gonna have to say 1200 supply might be a really, really big issue, as nobody elected to go squad mode. And that's a lot of army. There's a lot of army that's going to be possibly coming out right here. And I can reduce some of the lag even by zooming in if need be, just for temporary reasons. Oh my gosh, it just makes everything so loud though. Do not like that at all. But the lag will even out, guys. It's always a little bit laggy right here in the beginning, and that's just because the stream is fixing itself and it's getting adjusted to doing all the encoding. It gets set in its ways, and hopefully the lag will reduce, and that way you guys can play a nice even streamed game. I don't want to lag up too much for you guys while I stream. Maybe I'll have to move to Europe or something. I don't know. It depends on how popular this gets. What do you guys think? Nah, that's probably not going to happen. I love California too much. But if you guys happen to have a flat somewhere, wouldn't mind at least coming for a visit. I've heard stories about the hostels too. Maybe I'll go to a hostel. We've got hostels here too. My girlfriend squishing her nose a little bit, going, "No, I don't want to stay at a hostel." Where would you stay, babe? Do you think they have regular hotels there? And if they do, they might be expensive, huh? Yeah, no? Yeah, okay. My girlfriend just got home from lunch, working a hard day. Bought me pizza earlier. That was really nice. And she got it about an hour late, though, I would say, because she didn't get home until an hour after I got here. So it's a little cold for her, which is a shame. It was very good. But let's just look at the units tabs real quick without getting too distracted. There's some Ravens coming out, bottom left and top right, even bottom right electing to go with these Ravens. And a DT coming out for Amihalkov. And still Lings, even an auto turret being placed up here. And another DT coming out for Ronin too. So we have Ronin coming out with a DT. And we have a Dark Templar coming out for Amihalkov. That's really interesting. We'll see how that shapes up here. We did see the Dark Templar last game, and last game, you know, the Dark Templar just wasn't that effective in the late game when it merged into the Archon. And I kept calling it a High Templar Archon, even though it wasn't. It was a Dark Templar, or I called it a Dark Templar Archon. It's a Dark Archon. And I just couldn't get the Templar out of my head. In fact, I just did it right then. But I think it should be now. It's a Dark Archon. Just gotta remember that. And a lot of back and forth going on from Ronin. He's actually pushing in the top left side base. He's got a huge army. He could definitely do it. But yeah, as said in the Observer's Min saying, there goes the Ronin's DT. And I might start introducing some pings. Obs, you can ping when a hero dies, if you want. Or a savior used. Like so. You guys can totally do that if you guys want to help out. And if you happen to be watching the stream, you are an observer, and you want to kind of just give a little bit of input, you can also join me. You can join me on Skype too for commentary, if you wish. My handle is sk_rage. Go ahead and add me. And I'll add you into the call, and I don't mind if you're shy or if you're overly aggressive on the mic. It doesn't even matter. Just come on in, and I want to hear some input side from the EU. As it's pretty much just me with my limited knowledge. I did play a game, and I did at least learn that drops can really suck. They're really not that good. That 4-second delay, I say it each and every game, but really, it's bitter. It's a tough pill to swallow. And 10-minute mark right here, already going down. We'll see the tech choices coming out from each team. Looks like we're still seeing Zealots for Aya. Not upgrading the Marines? Nope, there they go. They changed it to Warp Zealots. What? Okay, that's a big supply of Warp Zealots. No upgrades, though. Keep in mind, that's no upgrades. Ooh, those Warp Zealots just took a nice Seeker Missile to the face. And a Blinken coming in. Not going to be able to do the damage, though. That's a long, long cooldown for that Blink charge. Please say, here comes the Warp King. I want to see some good warps come out from Aya. In fact, if you can get good warps behind the army, as you can see right now, the Cracklings are in front, which I do not favor. I don't favor early Cracklings. I always say get those Marines up, you need the attack up. But if the Warp Zealots can get behind the Crackling army, it can actually do a lot of damage. And that's something we could see. In fact, a lot of people going with Cracklings. This is insane. Not Cracklings, but at least just Zerglings. Let's take a look at the units tab just to make sure. We still see Zerglings. Cracklings did come out from MILIONERA. And some really nice Warpins coming on Ronin. He's going to get surrounded. No, actually backs out as Ami came up from the top left-hand side. Scared him just a little bit. Akira's army could be exposed here from top right-hand side too if the BC is not there to help. And so we do have Cracklings for top left. Cracklings even for Ronin. And Zerglings still coming out. So it looks like we only have 2 Crackling upgrades, but that's okay. We could see a third one here shortly. Let's just take a look at the APM tabs and see who's playing at what intensity, and we will see that Aya is going absolutely nuts with these with the Warp Zealots, trying to make sure that that those warps don't die and they're used very effective, actually losing a rather big supply. And look at the APM tabs just jumping. And also MILIONERA, really high APM average. And as Garth was saying, warp fail, indeed, that was a lot of warps that went down. 441 supply now. There was a much bigger supply. Ran into upgraded Marines, and yeah, see, that's the problem there, is that you have to get the surround on the Marines. If you can't do that, they're going to do a lot of damage. So right now the Zerglings are going to be very far away from the Marines, which could be a problem, but with these Marauders, they're going to be nice and tight, very snug. So getting the surround could be a little bit harder on these Marines. Looks like no Marine ups there. 4 top right. But Ami, 0 upgrades for him as well. Let's just take a look at this production real quick. 0 upgrades for the Marines, but for the Marangers, 0 upgrades as well. I mean, is that correct? Am I seeing that right? Well, we do have a lot of Ravens come out. So, that could be why. No upgrades for Ronin either. It looks like all of it is going into the Cracklings yet again. Double DT. top left, it looks like MILIONERA with 3 attack upgrades should have stim, hopefully. Yes, he does. And some cracklings coming out for him. Looks like Amihalkov with no real upgrades to speak of, probably just putting everything into that Dark Templar. Look at that, even attacking the rocks right there. The Marangers for top right-hand side are at 1 attack. They do have stim. Even his Marines have stim as well with that BC. Very powerful indeed, and Destroyers coming out with 3 attack ups and the overcharge. That's going to be very, very strong for Akira. And don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that the Destroyers are going to do very well against the Warps. Let's see, it is a biological hover psionic. Oh, maybe warp damage is maybe warp zealots do damage to psionic. Let's see, they do a little bit of damage to armored and biological. Let's just take a look. I almost thought for sure they did damage to psionic. It's been a while since I played Marine Arena 1.0, so I don't know the mechanics at all. Especially since even here in the EU, I have been playing heavy Marine and Zergling, as I feel it's just very effective. And I mean, look at this; it's being very effective in this game. Picking off a BC, 1 BC does go down for Pigna, which is going to be really unfortunate. We'll see if Pigna decides to go with 2 upgrades for his own. And just going to alt-tab real quick just to see if anyone does, in fact, want to join me in the chat. No. No requests through Skype, so it's just going to be me, guys. Which is really unfortunate because I love getting another perspective. Especially when they can watch all sides of the map. Let me just ask, does anyone in OBS want to join me on Skype? I do like the secondary commentation, but says you don't want to hear me. Silver Noodles. It's SK_rage. But you can join me in on the call. You can join in, talk with your teammates, or not with your teammates, but talk with the people who are watching the stream. Get connected. And it's always great getting another perspective, especially somebody who plays. And if it happens to be Mins, that's just pretty much as good as you can get, huh? Yeah, it looks like a Void Prison going down on Salmon right there, losing all those units there. And how is bottom right going to respond to this? I mean, there's been a lot of units lost. And not sure what the ping was for top left. That could have been a misclick. But a lot of units lost for bottom right, and these warps are just not going to be very effective if they can't get in a big swarm. Must have lost them to a save or something. In fact, there's so much going on from top right. Focusing that BC was able to get it. MILIONERA's on fire right now. And yeah, just a sec. I will add you to the call. And boop. Alright, so how's it going, guys?
Alright, just watching.
I'm good.
Cool. So yeah, it can be difficult to commentate, but you know, it's with a little bit of practice, it'll come easy, guys. Don't even worry about it. If you happen to be slow, or if you happen to talk a little funny, just don't give a shit. Just connect. Just be yourselves. Talk with the audience and let them know what's going on. In fact, let's get some expert opinion from you guys. How do you think this matchup is going to shape, just from how you're viewing it right now?
Oh, I just joined in, so you have to ask Mince.
Well, Pigna's taking an early lead, and it looks like Amihalkov and MILIONERA are going Marine ups. So, don't know yet. And we now see Voids.
Who has the voids?
Voids are from MILIONERA, but Pigna is Marangers, so that is not a good move.
Oh, just now I can see the score because I'm not in the game. I see MILIONERA and Pigna leading.
Yep.
But I guess MILIONERA made a big mistake there then, because Pigna just can easily counter him.
Yeah, and Desire also has Marangers, so he's surrounded by Marangers.
So, in your opinion, do you feel that the Marangers are superior to Voids?
Yeah,
They're-
Marangers are. direct.
superior to everything, right?
They're not supposed to, but they are OP at the moment.
Yeah, like we said, the only thing that counters range at the moment are supposed to be Zerglings
Zerglings,
and Hydralisk, right?
Hydralisks, and Destroyers, but they don't really do a good job at the moment.
They don't actually counter it, you know. They just, you know, they don't get countered by the Rangers, so that makes them like a counter for them.
Yeah.
I really feel like bottom right is struggling with these warps. Just not a big enough mass to be effective. And
Yeah.
bottom right could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, bottom right. Well, after 10 minutes, you have a huge mass and you have to use it well, but you ran into the units that had marine upgrades, which is not good, and you lost all these warps.
Do you know which unit that was? Are you talking about Milionana?
Yeah, when he was
Or
engaging,
Millionaire?
he engaged the marines, and basically Millionaire has marine upgrades, so warps will just die.
Looking at the units tab again real quick just to show you guys the upgrades. It looks like there's no marine upgrades coming yet for Ronin or for Desire. It looks like just straight Maranger, and there is a DT with Cracklings. Those Cracklings are looking kind of strong though, but not going to be effective at all against the Void Rays. There's going to have to be some answer for that, and hopefully it will be the Marangers with their 4 attack. And as I said before, top left is coming out with those voids, but also 6 attack for the Marines. There's already 1 hit point upgrade. And wow, look at those voids just tearing right into those cracklings. There's nothing that they can do. And it looks like Millionaire is going to be able to hold top. And with those void rays for support, that is going to be really nice. Ooh, it looks like Desire coming up from the bottom left-hand side, though. And ooh, yeah, there's no pooling Angelus, in case you were wondering. Hopefully not.
Angelus.
And Angelus, thanks for joining. We've heard you're a very good player, so it's always good having good players watch.
Who said that?
Yeah, Angelus is good.
Well, I've heard that Angelus is very good. Isn't he a tournament winner?
You should check your sources, man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tournament winner, what's
Ooh.
that? Busted.
So he's not a tournament winner.
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Who told me that? I
Only-
think it was either Terminator or...
Only Kirai is the tournament winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have only had, this is your 4th tournament, so you should have 3 tournament winners. Who's your other 2?
I'm not quite sure. I think Shackleforge. I think he might play this tournament. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not sure about the rest.
Now,
We
what
only
clan
have
is Shackleforge in?
He's not in a clan. He's not very active at the moment. I think he quit Marine Arena a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We only have 1 tournament winner, that's Kirai.
Yeah.
And that's in Clan Envy?
Yeah, he's in Clan Envy. That's
Nice. Very nice. It'd be great to see tournament winners from each clan. Like if MAWIN had a tournament winner, Mads had a tournament winner, Mida had a tournament winner, Mafia had a tournament winner, and they all joined.
Yeah.
That'd be so crazy if they made it like to the very, very finals. Ooh, that'd be interesting to see. Just needs to be more tournaments, I guess, for that to happen.
Oh yeah, but I guess Envy has a bigger chance of winning because we're in the tournament with the most teams. I'm not sure, but I think we have about 5 or 6 teams alone.
Yeah, we have about 7 actually.
7 teams in, and I don't know what's the total count. Maybe 10 or 12.
Well, they said it's about 16 or 17, but they're not quite sure if everyone will turn up on the day.
Yeah, so we're actually in the majority already.
Nice concave from top right. It's going to be nice damage going on from bottom right. Bottom right is pretty much going to be a feed corner at this point. Come here, say goodbye. Love you. Have a good day at work, baby. Alright, so getting back into the game, these Void Rays are still looking very scary, and you know what? Going in a little bit too deep, that was a tense moment. I think that a save could have possibly popped out from there, and would have picked off a lot of those voids.
The good thing about them is they work together quite well, those two MAWIN players. So the Lings actually help the voids when they fight.
Looking at the points tab real quick, it looks like Pigna does still have that early lead. But Millionaire is not doing too bad. Ami, though, ouch. Yeah, currently in last place right now, 636. So he's going to have to play a very supportive role, it seems. Ronin and iiDesire not doing too bad. They're at 900 and 1200. Bottom right-hand side. Salmon's finally picked it up, but Aya still kind of stuck as those early voids, or the early warps just didn't do very well. Unfortunately, in her favor. Even Void Prisms going down and nice Seeker Missiles going on those units. Void Rays could come in and pick those off. I don't know if he saw them or not. Actually backed out. I think Ami could have picked off both those Void Rays there. And I saw a ping at top right hand side, but I don't understand what the observers are pinging. So
there's a Thor coming for Akira.
Oh, okay. There we go. Nice save coming out from top right. That picked up a lot of Millionaire's units. All but 3 of those cracklings. And how much did that feed for Pigna? Let's check that out. That wasn't too. Was it Pigna or was it Akira that did that save? Because Akira just shot up too.
It was Pigna.
I just see, yeah, Pigna.
Well, that's going to shoot him up still in the lead, but not a very significant lead. I guess those units didn't really feed a whole lot of money. But it did eliminate a lot of supply regardless. Millionaire is going to be sitting at 200 supply for now. And finally, we're seeing the Warp Zealots get in a little bit of mass. They have 4 armor, 5 attack ups. And don't go into those units. Oh my gosh, that would have just been total feed. Don't go into the Voids either.
Yeah, the Void Rays are getting in trouble now because they're getting counter on both sides, and there's a Thor in the field.
Oh man. Aya is just feeding these warps.
Yeah.
Ah, really sad to see. He's not making any money from this. And I would say even back out and you have to let that supply build. Whenever you're using warps, you can't use only a few because everybody has such a big army. That was sad to see indeed. Looks like a couple of these voids were taken out from bottom left too. iiDesire has a really big mass of units. Oh my gosh, nice double Thor coming out for top right. And that's some GG-ness right there. That's what would you guys call that? That's cheeky, right? That's double Thor coming out. So now Thor does have nuke, right? It looks like you have to buy the upgrade.
Thor doesn't have a nuke. Only an Odin has a nuke.
Oh, so this has to be upgraded to an Odin.
Yep.
Gotcha. So it's similar to so it comes out similar to like how the High Templar and Dark Templar come out. It does need to be upgraded. That's interesting. In Marine Arena US, if you happen to be US players, you'll know that you can only get Odin. We don't have Thor. So seeing that you can get a Thor is kind of cute, and then eventually it upgrades into an Odin. So our Odin by default does have a nuke. It's just very expensive.
Yeah, it's hard to get, but it's worth it because it can't get interrupted as far as I know.
That's right. It's the same in US. A Void Prison cannot interrupt an Odin.
Yeah, it can interrupt a Ghost or a Spectre.
Which is very, very good. So these double base nukes could be super, super OP. In fact, if placed in the right position, I mean, there's going to be nowhere that any base would be able to go with double nukes. I can't wait to see that. As long as you can keep those Odins alive, that's pretty powerful. The only thing is, though, is I could say that they're going to be susceptible a little bit to warps, and a lot to these Marines if they can get strong enough and they can get us around. No blink though on the Marines is such a shame, and there's no real unit to lock down like the Overseer. Let me ask you guys: in Marine Arena US, there is an Overseer. Would you like to see an Overseer put in your...
Overseer? Like what? A detector?
Well, the Overseer is a detector on ladder, but what it does is it has an ability called Contamination, and it actually delivers a 3-second hold stun to heroes.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that once in a movie. I mean, you know, the montage.
Yep. And it's the answer to kind of big heroes, especially clunky heroes like Thor. It can generate creep. It allows your units to attack very fast. Nice snipe from bottom left-hand side. But also what it does is it's kind of works similar to Lockdown in that it disables abilities for a short time as well. So it's a really great tool for picking off heroes. Would you guys like to have something like that implemented here in Marine Arena US? Or I'm sorry, Marine Arena EU?
Well, I don't know. I guess, you know, we have goals just like you guys have. I think if we implement something like that, you know, a mercenary or a from the mercenary compound in the middle, it's, you know, it just gets too overused and Ghost won't be used anymore because I can just buy a what is it? Like an overseer from the middle shop for like 200 or 300 minerals instead of spending 400 on the Ghost and upgrading its damage and stuff.
Well, I mean, each unit would be different. Obviously, the Overseer wouldn't have any attack to speak of, so it would be played different. The only thing is that it would be a flying unit. It does have that ability. It's longer range, technically, than the Ghost, to be able to hold, and really that's going to be its primary position. It's going to be only a support unit, whereas a Ghost can be an offensive unit. And so there would be different things that you could use for each unit. I don't think the Ghost would be completely cast out, but I can see your point.
Yeah, but what about a Phoenix? Because we in EU we have a Phoenix hero, which is actually the same as the Overseer, as you just pointed out. It just, you know, it lifts up the enemy for about, I don't know how many seconds, but
That's true.
You haven't seen a Phoenix on field yet, have you?
I have. I've seen 3. If you guys have watched the last game with the Leviathan and Platanix up in top left, I raged that game because he had 3 Phoenix and there wasn't one Graviton beam for hours, and then finally one came out against a Queen. I mean, they literally lost I think it was like 20 Phoenix before there was finally one Graviton beam that came out. And it was definitely a rage-filled video. Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. It's on youtube.com/ragesauce. And please hit the subscribe button. Leave some comments. All of it is very much appreciated. The bigger the channel gets, the more attention you guys get. So take advantage of it. Use it to connect with other players, to connect with noobs who have no idea what's going on but are interested in Marine Arena, because we could build a big audience, and then you guys will have big turnouts for your tournaments and a lot more competition, a lot more fun.
True.
And now these Void Rays are in a huge mass. Look at this. He's at full supply right now. As long as he doesn't get saved right here, this is tons of damage. Look at this. All the ground army have no shot. Even I would say the Marangers are going to have a tough time with this full army right here of Void Rays, especially if the Cracklings come and absorb some damage. Those are great support units. Nice Goliaths coming out, though. There we go. Goliaths are very good. Against air, 8 attack versus 6.
Yeah, but if you don't mess it up enough, it can kind of die easily against the voids. The Goliath aren't really direct counter to the voids. It would have been better off with Marangers.
Now, do the Goliaths here in the Marine Arena EU, do they have splash damage similar to Goliaths in US?
Yes, Goliath has splash damage, yeah.
Only for air, right? Or for...
Just air.
Yeah.
Ooh, Void Prism only going down on 1. Actually, those Voids could go in and pick off the rest of those Marines. I think he's just a little bit scared of the save, which could come out. Is he even doing it? No, the Savior is still pushed to middle. So I don't think he's even going to be positioning a save. And let's take a look at the poise tab real quick, just so you guys can get a feel of what's going on. Salmon not doing too well. Finally, Aya picking it up a little bit, but, I mean, still pretty far off. Salmon is in the lead, though, doing very well with these units here. He does have 8 attack on the Marangers, 2 armor. And Ami coming in to deal with everyone cam and see what's going on. Losing quite a bit of supply here, though, I feel. No, he didn't lose too much, but a lot of them are in the red. And how did that go? Let's take a look.
Can you show us the bounty?
Yeah, we're at Ronin Desire, 1228, 1780. Millionaire just went up to 2005. He's currently in second place. He's still really far behind, so despite having a full supply of voids, just not really getting a whole lot. Could be in big trouble, really, I feel like. Which is strange considering that these void rays are at 9 attack. That's really quite impressive. I mean, those are some powerful voids.
And Sam M is saving up for a Spectre, it seems.
Really, that's an interesting choice. I almost feel like the Spectre is kind of like a make or break unit. If you can't get really good storms off, or if you can't get some snipes, it can be a really ineffective unit.
Yeah.
Oh, you can use a stun on it as well. It is a stun ability. You can just stun enemies for about 3 or 4 seconds in a small area. So you can just put it between your army if there's no hero. It can still be effective if you use it carefully.
Right, and the Spectre for US does have that ability as well. It's a rather small area, but it can be effective.
It's real effective because it's only stun. You know, they just can't move and can't shoot. Or if you fungal grow someone, they can still shoot you. They just can't move.
Yeah, but there's a lot of investment at the moment at this point of time.
Look at what's going on in the bottom left. With these cracklings just doing so much damage to Goliaths, as you know, cracklings are a counter to Goliaths as they do massive damage to them. And wow, look at this. Just taking out that complete army supply right there on that ledge. And I feel like if he moved in once again, he could possibly finish off Desire here. He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, you know what will be useful with the Overseer? This is one thing I also wanted to let you guys know. The Overseer has what's called contamination, and you can use it on buildings to prevent saviors from being used. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah. It's a short amount of time. It's a short amount of time, but you have to get close enough to even use it. But it does disable the CC for about 7 seconds. That way it can't use a save.
7?
Oh,
that's, in my opinion, not something that we can use here, because in 7 seconds you can just drop a base.
Yeah, it's kind of, people abuse it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can hear you guys saying, no, we don't want that abuses, but really, yes, because that makes the game more interesting, guys.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I don't think it's actually getting more interesting because of that. People would just, you buy one, you destroy all base defense, you fly in, you just drop a base, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind it only disables for one CC. It's not going to disable for both. There's just not enough energy. You can't. There's a cooldown on it as well. So at least one would be disabled, but not both.
Okay, well that's a bit better, I guess. Else you could just if you could just chain it, it would be horrible.
Ooh.
Mm. But what would be useful about it is you could use it on merc compounds to disable some spawning for a short amount of time, which could be useful. You can use it on turrets to stop them from attacking, which could be useful. It's single target, and it's only one shot. You have to wait for the energy to regen, but it can still be it'll be something. I think it would add a fresh, a new ability and a new perspective to the game. I really think it would bring something new. I would consider using it in Marina 1.0.
Well, at the moment, you gotta ask Mince about it because he knows more about it. But at the moment, they're testing out new mercs, like 3 different kinds or something.
Yeah, they're working on adding new mercs at the moment. It should be online within the next couple of weeks, maybe after the tournament.
The test map is available right now if you guys want to play it.
Yeah, we've played some pre-mades with the test map.
How do you guys feel about it?
It's coming along well.
Oh, there's that stun you were
It was
talking about on
worse.
the Void Rays.
Yeah, that was the stun on the boys just now.
Nice. Recall. Looks like there's some there's some attacks going on from the right side. Pigna able to pick off some of those units. Let's look at the points tab real quick.
It's dead. It's down.
Oh wow, Ronin was picked off. And looking at Ronin's tab right there, he has been defeated. And it looks like Desire could be defeated here pretty soon as well. And I think my tab just oh no. I think my tab just bugged because now I can't see the minimap. Oh no, oh no. Poopy. Yep, it totally bugged after seeing that defeat. Maybe I have to wait until Ronin does something? No, Ronin left the game. Well, that sucks. I can't see the minimap now. Now I don't know what's going on. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna try. I'm just gonna click a bunch of random shit and see if I can. I can't get that minimap back. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know because the minimap is gone. I mean, it does. It's nice.
Well, so you can see the map, but you just can't see the minimap.
I can see the map just fine, but the minimap is now totally gone. In fact, the GUI for the bottom is gone. I can't see upgrades.
Alright.
Even if I switch back to the everyone tab, I can't see anything.
Options or what?
Well, what was happening was I was on Ronin's tab when I was looking at points and he died. And so
you had the screen, you know, the UF last screen.
Yes. Shit.
There's no way you can get it back?
No. Oh, this is terrible.
Well, just use your imagination now then.
Yeah, but now I can't see the upgrades, I can't see the levels, nothing.
Okay.
What a horrible bug. Okay, so I might need you to let me know.
Okay, sure.
Well, Minz is in there. I'm not, so yeah, you gotta ask Minz. Minz will be your eyes from now on, then.
Yes, please.
Well, those lings are just eating them.
I can at least see the supplies. I can see how much money each player has. It's still in the top right-hand side. I mean, if anything, this does add some really nice real estate. I can see a lot right now. It's very beautiful.
Akira's mug is down again.
Can I still type? Yes, I can. So at least the typing still comes out. But without the minimap, I can't see if something's being attacked, and I can't fast click, so I have to pan. Oh, this is a nightmare.
I'm just looking on the internet for you at the moment. But...
Oh, to see if there's a fix or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. Can't really. Seems like you're a special guy, man. Seems like you're the only one having it.
Oh my gosh. All because I was on the camera. See if I can't. Maybe if I switch the player camera. No, even when I switch to the player camera, it doesn't work.
What if you give it? Is there any command or something? You can just dash UE or whatever.
No, I can still pull up the units tab. Oh man. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. I can still see the units. I'm just gonna start mashing buttons at this point and hope. You're gonna see a lot of screen switching. That's okay. It's gonna get scary here.
Oh, you had it right. I
No.
saw something on the left side on the stream, but that's like 20 seconds ago. Yeah, like you have something now on the.
Is it a mini map?
No, you're just. You can see everything except for the minimap.
That's what I need though, is the mini map.
All you need is the minimap.
I need the mini map and also the little thing right here at the bottom. It shows me what units have upgrades and how strong they are. Like if you can see right now on the stream right now, if I click on any of the units, I can't see any attack upgrades, no defense upgrades, no hit points. Ugh. Oh come on, what button? What if I hit escape? What if I hit F10? What if I hit F11? F12? F8. 7th.